Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Whoa,
welcome.
Welcome back. Here we are, podcast number 36, Take a Listing Today podcast.
Ooh.
Welcome. And of course, don't forget our website, takealistingtoday.com, where you can sign up for our next live recording and win some prizes. We have a great group of callers with us on the line today. Hopefully, we can give at least one of them a gift card and a copy of Todd's book.
Ooh.
Look at it, Become a Listing Legend. You will not want to fail to read that. I'm Jim Studebaker. There's Todd Robertson, over there,
in the house.
and Lisa Gray right over there in the corner, where we keep the producer of the show. So
we try to hide her out, but every now and again, we've got to show the people.
She breaks free. There she is, and she will have some.
I'll show you the chain on my foot later.
Wow, that's something there. All right. We will certainly hear from her later on because we have a wonderful topic for you today. It's 8 ways to increase your closings in 2020. Here we are almost 3 months into the new year, the new decade, and some people still have the winter doldrums, a lack of real estate closings, and their likely looming fears of doom and desperation are in the minds of many real estate agents, right?
That's exactly true. And think about this. We're going to cover 8 ways today. These aren't going to all resonate with you, but take a look at your real estate business, at what's working, what's not working, and plug in 1 or 2 or 5 of these things here, because watch, he or she with the most systems in place will win the game.
Yeah. So what exactly do you need to do to win the game? How do you get things moving to double or triple your 2020 closings when productivity is currently on the low side?
Ooh.
Well, here is what we're going to tell you right now that you can put in place to get things going. We are going to start with our number 1 way to increase your closings in 2020. It is a sticky marketing plan.
Ooh, a sticky marketing plan.
Yes. Now, we don't mean you're dumping maple syrup. No, doesn't mean that. It means a plan that you put in place and then you stick with it. Contrary to popular belief, a marketing plan isn't just about budgeting for what you'll spend on marketing for the year. It's a crucial time strategizing your plan of attack that will take you from where you stand to the accomplishment of your goals.
And if you can do these 2 things that Jim just talked about, think about this. Repetition is the mother of skill. If somebody wants to get in great shape, they have to do certain things with their body, with their food intake. If they want to get great at this game called real estate, right? It's simple, but not easy. Repetition is the mother of skill. It
is. It's the forward-thinking stuff that you do that includes carefully considering different marketing options, both in terms of their financial impact and their effectiveness. Now, Mark Ellis, who is a business writer at business2community.com, says that big ideas fail without a plan, and your marketing plan is the one thing that will drive innovation and help you meet your sales goals. Therefore, if increasing closings is your goal this year, starting with a marketing plan that you stick to is your key to success.
And let's address this for a quick second, because this topic we're discussing right now, if we were to walk into some real estate offices or talk to some managers and say, what percentage, tell us the truth, what percentage of your agents have a marketing plan? Some brokers or managers will make them come in with a business plan, right? But think about this. Most don't want to do this. Why? Because it's pressure. Let me just see what it gives me this year. But those that are going to play strong will have a marketing plan in place. But it's you being tough on yourself, because it's going to tell you, hey, is it working or not working?
And real estate schools don't teach you the marketing plan. They teach you a business plan, hopefully.
Yeah, they teach you the legalese.
But they're 2 different things completely.
Right.
And a lot of people kind of stop like the deer in the headlights when they hear marketing. Where do I go with that? Where do I start?
Right. I didn't think real estate was like that when I got in.
Yeah. Fortunately, there's some resources out there that we're going to tell you here towards the end. So don't skip ahead and listen, because number 2 is up. Number 2 is adhere to a regular prospecting schedule. Whether you door knock, cold call, chase after those expireds and FSBOs, or you use another method of prospecting, ensure that it gets done by making it part of your daily or weekly schedule. You need to prioritize your tasks as well. It's easy to keep putting off more challenging or uncomfortable tasks when there are more interesting tasks to pursue. but it's not a good idea. The more leads you steer toward that real estate sales funnel, the more prospects that you can convert into clients.
Now watch this. A lot of you listening to this right now, or watching this right now, are thinking, well, wait a minute, a prospecting schedule. I'm a realtor, right? So I've heard that I need to be available 24/7 all the time for my people.
Exactly.
And maybe starting out, that's what you will do, which is called the School of Hard Knocks. Mm-hmm. But eventually having a schedule like any small business owner would do, any small business person would do, put you in control of your business.
Yeah. So adhere to that prospecting schedule. Number 3. Ooh, this is a good one. Update, maintain, and back up your CRM.
Ooh, that's so overwhelming for many people.
Yeah. So people who sell customer management relationship software are fond of claiming that the CRM is the lifeblood of a real estate agent's business. And they're right, because building and nurturing relationships is the key to increased commission checks. And that would be a nice goal for 2020, right?
Yep.
To do this, you need a way to keep track of all of your leads, your prospects, and your clients, your sphere, and your farm. Who are those people? There's probably 1,000,001 ways to set up a CRM. You need to find a way that makes adding information and finding that information easy for you to do. Then ensure that you actually use it and you keep it safe. And don't forget to back it up. A lot of problems come if your hard drive crashes and then you see the blue screen and then you have no more contacts in your CRM, right?
Exactly. And in our production meeting, I wrote down the following, because I know a lot of realtors do this. I know a lot of speakers, a lot of trainers will do this. When they stay in touch with their people, they're always just asking for something. So stay in touch with them and let them know the real you. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to stay in touch, whether it's social media, with your CRM, have a purpose, and don't just ask for anything, but let them get to know you. So it might be a family photo, might be a photo of your sign. Make sure it's all in the same lane, but let them see you real, raw, and relevant. And that way you're going to build a connection with them.
Exactly.
I like that. Real, raw, and relevant. That's good. 3 R's.
3 R's, yes. That is very nice. Okay. Perfect. So you remember number 1, number 2, number 3. We're up to number 4.
Ooh, number 4.
Number 4, find a mentor, a coach, or a mastermind partner. The bottom line is that coaching works, at least according to the authors of the study evaluating the effectiveness of executive coaching beyond ROI. In other words, it's something that helped Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Kobe Bryant, and Michael Jordan succeed. If it helped those guys, maybe it would be good for you as well.
And that sentence right there just tells us one thing, that if you want to become the best in the world at what you do, or let's say the best in your board of realtors, that you're going to have a coach. In this case, it could be your broker, your manager. It could be a speaker trainer that you like. And some people don't need this. They have a lot of discipline and they're fine. But if you don't, this will definitely help you accelerate the process.
And a coach doesn't have to be expensive.
Correct.
It can be somebody in your office, like you mentioned. It can be a
accountability partner.
Exactly.
Yep.
And we've done shows on that before.
Exactly.
So
yep.
You should probably go look those up.
Right.
Right? Are you a new agent? Consider latching on to a mentor. Not only is this a quick way to quickly learn the nuts and bolts of the business, but it will help you cultivate habits that will result in greater success over the long run. Mentors, coaches, even mastermind groups can propel you to the next level in productivity and increase your closings. And as I mentioned, we have some podcasts. One was titled The Correct Way to Find a Real Estate Mentor. And that was one of my favorites. I think it was in the top 36 or so podcasts that we've done here, Todd.
Well, and that had to be because...
Yes.
See, that topic right there is not an option. Like if someone's going to really come into the business and make money and do well and eventually dominate, right? That's not an option. That has to happen, right? So there's a lot of ways to do it, but that has to happen. That's accelerated learning. And there's a ton of tools out there, and a lot of them are free.
Right. We mentioned a few names. Look at who is successful around you and see what they did. You'll see that a lot of them had these mentors, mastermind groups, things like that to keep them on track.
Yep.
All right. We're up to number 5. We're halfway through already. Number 5 is increase your activity on social media sites. Social media can be a major time suck if you aren't diligent. We had a show on social media too, didn't we?
We did, actually.
Yeah, the best plan of attack is to get in, do your thing, and get out, which is often easier said than done. The key is to wisely choose the platforms you use so that your engagement is strategically focused to the right audience.
And I'd like to add two things here. One is your social media has to have a purpose. It can't just be random bunch of everything. Make sure you, like we talked a few seconds ago, try to stay in the same lane, right? So there's a purpose to looking at you, your listings, you're building trust, your family, your stuff. So have a purpose with that, because that will help you. That is one of the, if you look at the multiple streams of income, that can be one of them if you're great at that.
Right. And you mentioned earlier, people like putting a history behind the face. So they know, oh, look, you've got a cute dog. Oh, look, you went to the same college I went to. Things like that,
So,
that they're going to learn on social media.
Right. So if you're doing social media with a purpose, by the time I get to you, I feel like I already know you. I already like you and trust you. So half the battle is already over.
Exactly.
Boom.
Well, and I think that agents may be thinking, I don't have time to be on all these platforms. I mean, a new platform pops up. Now we've got TikTok as another platform. But I think what Jim is saying so eloquently is that know your demographic. So if you really are going after, let's say, millennial aged sellers or buyers, maybe you don't have to spend time on Facebook because they're not there.
Right.
Find out where they hang out. What social media tool do they use? Certain generations are only on Snapchat, only on TikTok, only on Instagram. So or LinkedIn. Find that out, and that's what you go after, and it'll save you a lot of time, because why build something out on social media and your clients aren't even gonna, who you're going after isn't even gonna be there. So
and people do homework to try to find you. So when they go find you and they could scroll through all your stuff and look through your stuff, that's going to tell them a story.
Yeah, and save yourself even more time and hire somebody to do your social media campaigns.
So it's professionally sharp and it's consistent, right? A lot of people do a bunch of stuff, get busy, don't post for 2 or 3 years. I've seen that happen. And you're like, wow, are they still around or are they gone?
Well, and Gary Vee said, I don't think there are enough times you can post in a day as far as he's concerned. If you're trying to build something out and really create a following and engage people, I mean, I think he says 10 times, 15 times a day. It sounds crazy.
It does.
But if you watch him, if you follow him, he's an interesting guy to follow. I think a lot of agents do because he speaks in their wheelhouse. But that guy there's stuff happening. Obviously, I don't think he's posting those all, but there's stuff happening all day long with him. So he's very smart about that.
Nice. All right. So number 5 was increase your activity on social media sites. Number 6, fine tune your response time to leads. This is tragically a terrible habit that a lot of real estate professionals have, is they don't get back with people, sometimes for days. Why? You can't turn a lead into a prospect that you'll later convert into a client if you don't respond to their initial contact in a timely manner.
And think about this, that if you don't implement that strategy right there correctly, and you end up doing business with that person, in their minds, or you don't because of it, in their minds, they might be thinking, wow, if that's how it's going to start, that's how the whole transaction is going to be. Do I really want to get into this mess? The answer is no. So first impressions, right?
Right. I mean, if they call you as a real estate professional and you don't respond, are there any other real estate agents working in your city?
Right, because let's say I give you my listing and we have a big problem, I want you to respond, right? Or we have an offer, going back and forth. I want someone who's sharp, who's on it, who's not part-time.
Right, so I'm thinking that you're going to move on to somebody else if they don't hear back from you right away.
Right.
Well, we've done the research and we know what the time frame is. Here it is. You have a maximum of 5 minutes to respond to an incoming lead if you hope to reach the person and get them into your sales funnel. And that is according to InsideSales.com research. In fact, an agent who responds within this time period is nearly 25% more likely to snag the lead. What if maybe you've got some things going on, you got to walk the dog, something, and you want to wait half an hour? Well, you might as well forget about even calling and let the agent down the street who responds quicker get that lead. Wow, a little sassy there. I like that.
Right.
Wow. Very nice. All right. So that was number 6. Number 7 of 8. Reach out to your SOI relentlessly. Now, we already talked about spiffing up your CRM and reaching out to your real estate sphere will be a lot easier with that nice CRM. Get every single person into a touch campaign according to their current status, whether it be a homeowner, potential buyer, a seller, etc. Then our next tip, which is number 8, is a low-cost, effective, and easy way to reach out to a bunch of people at once.
And you know what I wrote down here? So everybody listening and watching right now, I think the majority of people that tune in are people that are good heading to great or already playing at great or outstanding and want to maintain that, right? So the mindset has to become, if you've worked so hard on your game, on your qualifying, on your presentation, on your standards, on your daily schedule, the mindset has to be, if I don't stay in touch with these people, then they might get connected with a less trained agent. And what does that mean? They're going to have a 1 or 2 year nightmare because they're going to take overpriced listing. If they get a highly trained agent, they're going to tell them the truth. They're going to qualify them, and they're going to help get their home sold. So that's a great mindset. If you're sitting there with an overwhelmed CRM thinking, wow, some of these people are going to do something, they better do it with me. Otherwise, an untrained agent will get them.
And you don't want that to happen.
No.
And you don't know which ones are going to do business with you, which is why you need to touch all of them, right?
Yes.
So that takes us into our 8th and final topic here, which is to start farming via direct mail. What a novel idea.
I love it.
It may sound self-serving, since our sponsor is Prospects Plus, and I guess it is self-serving. But
yes, yeah. Since it's self-serving, can I add in, if you are going to do direct mail, it's better if you can, it's not always easy, but send the largest legal size you can in the country if you have that option.
What is the largest legal size you can mail?
All right, well,
Please
12
share.
by 15.
12 by 15, that is a huge postcard.
Right, it does not get overlooked, so even if you send that and they throw it away, wow, perception becomes reality. If they mark it this way, if they show up this way in my mailbox, get them the referrals, get them the listings, they're not playing.
So if you try to mail out the 12 by 16 mailer, you'll be wearing some metal bracelets soon, because that is not legal, right?
Right.
All right, well,
Criminal.
yeah, so the fact remains that direct mail, thank you for mentioning that, Todd, by the way. Is that called the market dominator?
I just had to get that plug for the dominator,
Okay, good. The fact remains that direct mail is one of the most powerful and affordable marketing methods available today. And once you mix direct mail marketing with consistent farming, and you've got yourself a bursting full pipeline, it will result in the coveted increase in closings for 2020 that you so desire.
And here's what I like about what you just said, that a lot of people have gotten away from this, right? In a world of technology overload, and we know this and they know it too, that direct response marketing, like we were given some stats on this, and I think it's 94 or 97% of people go to their mailbox every single day. So whenever everybody else zigs, if you can zag, now we're getting more impact, right? And I hear that every week talking to agents.
Email is the best thing that ever happened to direct mail, because everybody switched over to email when that was the big thing. Oh, look, it's free. Hey, I can send out a zillion emails all at once. Well, now when a direct mail piece shows up in your mailbox, that gets noticed and people actually read it.
Correct.
And it's very hard to press a delete key on a postcard in your mailbox.
Right.
It takes a little bit longer to do that.
Exactly.
Did we miss anything, Lisa?
No, awesome. This was great.
Were there
I'm
any
so
questions?
excited.
Any questions that got typed
No
in?
questions today that got typed in.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready to
We're
go?
just that good.
Let's do it.
Wow. So those are the 8 ways to increase your closings in 2020. Hopefully somebody got something good out of that. And I'm sure you did, right? All right. Cool. Well, we want to thank you for joining us. And if you'd like to be part of our audience for our next live taping, go to our website, which is takealistingtoday.com, to view the dates of our next tapings and sign up. You'll have a chance to win some great prizes. The Take a Listing Today podcast is brought to you by Prospects Plus, offering a multitude of marketing products that will help ensure your success. Be sure to like this podcast and subscribe to our podcast channel. And we'll talk with you next week.
Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in.